And we're live.
Wow. Dude.
What do you think? It tastes like Germany, doesn't it?
It does. Speaking of Germany, month and a half from now.
Is it that soon already?
Let's see. August. Yeah, a month and a half. Hard to believe. For those of you that don't know, DJ and I are crazy world travelers. Well, domestic, working on the world traveler part.
Yeah. You've done a little bit more traveling than me, world-wise.
It's very true, but you're adding to your list.
Trying.
To get a little bit of background, DJ and I, was it March 2017, for our spring break, we went to go visit our best friend Dallas. He's from East Bronx, and some unfortunate events happened with his family. His parents got sick, so we had to go home and drop out of college and take care of him. So we decided to make our spring break a road trip to see him. You know, from Richmond area, it's only like a 7-hour drive. Pretty easy. And from there on...
Got the traveling bug.
Yep. Many, many more road trips.
I take credit for that.
Sure. Why do you take credit?
Because I took you to New York.
Fair. You did talk me into it. That's right, because you're supposed to take my car. And
And then your car had troubles.
I was supposed to get a tire replaced. Couldn't get it inspected in time. Didn't want to drive it all the way 7 hours.
And that's what started the Fiesta's journey as well.
It was. Not to mention it was the blizzard. Blizzard as well. But
One of the worst blizzards New York has seen.
and the one day we coincidentally decided to go up, a couple feet of snow in New York. Absolutely crazy. Central Park was phenomenal in the snow, though. But we're getting way too far in that story. That story's going to come down the road. But, so DJ, CD Logic, why are we here? Why are we here in your words?
Because we both talked to each other for hours on end and realized we say some pretty funny stuff. At least to each other. So if nothing else, if we could record this and keep it for ourselves, that's pretty awesome. But
That is true. That is true. I know when I kind of formed the idea, I think I might have to give a little credit to one of my coworkers. He was like, you're doing a movie, you got a YouTube channel, start a podcast. Why not? You got to complete the trifecta. Ran it by DJ, and I could tell as I was adding to this created.
I'm pretty sure Cody said, I have an idea, and I said, I'm down.
You're probably right. That's usually how it works. Almost like the beginning of our Traveling Techers intro from our Canada trip and stuff. It's, hey, do you want to go to New York? Yeah. Want to go to California? Yeah. Europe? Sure, why not? It's always a passed on idea to DJ. But, yeah, well, I'm trying to think. It was a couple weeks ago, and it was after a long day of work. And, like I said, I was talking with a coworker, and he's like, you really should consider podcasting. Forget the money, forget everything else beside it. He said, if you like Joe Rogan that much, you like chatting with your best buddy and having other people in convo here and there, do it yourself. So sure enough, chatted over with DJ here and bought some mics, had everything else, camera and whatnot.
Yeah, man, this is a pretty solid setup for day one.
Day one and on a budget.
I was expecting us just to sit down with our phones, point at each other, have that be our podcast.
Well, that could have been arranged, but at least to make it somewhat
Speaking
professional.
about our setup, we are currently in Mr. Caruth's bedroom, childhood bedroom here.
Childhood bedroom here. Yeah, many memories in this place. It's hard to believe, but I'm still living at home, saving some money, paying off college. I don't want to get an apartment, I want to get a house. Not shot to you, DJ. Apartments are cool. I love it.
It's nice, man.
It is.
Got a pool.
It
It's
is.
open a lot.
It is. Got your own little gym, but Gold Gym's better. But
1,000%.
But no, I like the idea of an apartment, but I would rather have something where I see my money coming, steady, paying it off,
We're about
going
to go out to your
into.
little shed thing, which will be our new studio once we get.
Yes, we're about to have our own official studio. So this is, if you're watching this or listening in, it's probably going to be the only one, if not the, we're going to call it the limited edition introduction piece, because we're in my childhood bedroom. There's a lot of memories in this place. So next episodes and segments moving forward will be in our studio.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully.
Keyword, hopefully. Super stoked about it. But hey, we did what we could in here, and what was it? Took us about an hour and a half to set up. But it was
Longer.
yeah,
A
probably.
little bit.
Probably. We were having some technical difficulties, some lighting issues, some setup issues. For those watching in, you're going to see our interesting setup, to say the least.
We've
But
got a table on top of boxes here. Got a few props here. We've got our Millennium Falcon. Little bobblehead Joe over there.
Annie Nahar, shout out DC United.
Got all of Cody's stickers located behind us here.
See, yeah, this is a really interesting piece. This will be a part, I can guarantee you for sure, of our actual studio moving forward. Now, it's probably easier for those of you watching rather than listening in. If not, maybe we'll have to post it on the on Instagram or something so everyone can see. But it's a lot of memories and just a couple dollar stickers posted on a antique Coca-Cola sign. Actually, I got it from this neat little antique store down the street, and just about everywhere we go. I mean, we have Fig Speed from Vegas. Shout out to Fig Speed. Shout out to Randall for that one. I rode Route 66. That one probably means some of the most to me. I love Amsterdam. DJ and I's first European excursion.
Looking at this, man, I don't see a whole lot of room for growth. Where are you putting your new stickers at? You can start covering up the Coca-Cola sign down here, I guess.
Yeah, I've got a couple more spaces for a few more. I can already tell you, even if I cover up
you
both.
Just go get a new antique sign.
True. That's gonna have to. I didn't want to cover that top Coca-Cola piece. The bottom's fine. But,
yeah, leave the top one.
Yeah, I already know with the Europe trip coming up soon. Oops, spoiler alert. There won't be enough room for all the stickers, and I don't want to cover any. I'm not. I like your record. Your was the holder or the cover?
The cover for it.
Yeah, the cover of your record player. Maybe we'll have to feature the record player on the podcast one of these days. But you have yours kind of covered and
on the road podcast over to my place. I'll show it off.
Wait, on the road, as we're gonna have the record player in your car?
No. On the road, and you're over to my place.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, after all, we are the traveling techers, so
Exactly.
it'll live up to the name. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, we actually haven't really told a lot of people.
We've been looking at this side the whole time when the camera's over there.
Mistakes. It's all right. You learn and you push through them. But no, for those of you all that don't know, a lot of people actually don't. I think maybe our families, Bree, a few people know about our Europe trip coming up. Mm-hmm. This will be DJ and I's second Europe trip together. We will be going to 6 countries: England, Scotland, Wales for a week, Germany, Belgium, Rome for the second week. 15 days, basically 2 travel days to and from. Allows us time to get in at decent times. It's going to be on the go. A lot of our trips are, time never stops. Just go, go, go. Got to see it all.
Sleep when you get back.
Exactly. Sleep when you're dead. What are you talking about?
Sleep in the car right to the next place.
Yep. We have plenty of footage of Tristan doing that from that first trip.
Mm-hmm.
But, excuse me. But, yeah, we're super excited. October 22nd is when we're embarking on this one. Big word. We're going to be setting off out of D.C., flying into London early that morning of the 23rd, so we're super excited. We'll actually be there for my 24th birthday, as well as Halloween.
Especially Halloween.
Emphasis on Halloween. We've got to figure out what the costumes are going to be.
Do they do that? Do they celebrate Halloween? Is it going to be Germany when we're there?
Yeah, we'll be in Germany.
So we got to be careful. We don't want to walk around with werewolves when nobody over there celebrates.
We can just be American tourists. That's the best Halloween costume. Especially while we're over in, Germany. They're coming off Oktoberfest. Still sobering up after a month. After the full month they had of just drinking their liver away. So. But, yeah, we're super excited. It's going to be a blast. It's our first big trip we've done since Canada. Oh, gosh. Talk about a trip.
Not counting Philly?
Big trip. Okay. See, DJ and I, it's funny. All right, I'm sorry. We have to say this now. We can't save it. So, DJ and I have been, like I said, all over. A couple European countries. I mean, what? It has to be 30-some states. I mean, crazy cities. sorry. Tourist attractions. Yeah, it's like 30. Maybe it's close to 40. We've been just about everyone I've ever been to together. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, we've been so many places. Route 66, national parks, the 2 biggest cities in the country. I mean, everywhere. And with that being said, we did a weekend trip. What was it? March, April, to Philadelphia. Just a day trip. Left early that morning, left late that night, and went to see all the pop culture stuff like Patty's Pub from Always Sunny, the Rocky Balboa statue. Geno's
Which
Geno's
apparently
Steaks.
we found out isn't the best of the 2.
Nah, sorry,
Mine was
Pat's.
bigger at Geno's. But
Next time, Pat's, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Geno's, but you kind of disappointed. That cheese sauce, yeah, I wasn't feeling it.
Whiz. I heard you need to get the whiz on it.
The whiz?
That's what they like. That's the cheese, I think.
Oh, yeah. See, the
I've
way
heard
that
from people that that's a part of it. We didn't get the full experience.
that's fine, because when they were mixing it in that little machine, it kind of looked like
It's part of it. It's part of the culture. You got to do it.
no. Pat's is next time. Pat's is next. Well, back. All right, can't keep getting distracted, DJ. But back to the Philly trip. So, I mean, it was a blast. We saw the Independence Hall, Liberty Bell. I mean, you name it, we saw it in Philly. Just any type of like touristy attraction, we were there. Historical attractions too. And a couple weeks after that trip, we were talking. I think it was a coworker, either mine or DJ's, and we were like, yeah, so and so, they're about to go take a road trip to, I think, New York City, and just for like a long weekend and see this, and that. And my first impression was normally, before all the traveling, like, oh, that's awesome, dude. You can see the Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building, so on and so forth. But that wasn't my reaction. It was, that's it. And, I almost felt bad. I'm like, because I feel like I had a fake reaction to, their excitement of where they're going and what they're doing. I felt bad. But it's just because we've seen and gone to the most extravagant places and during some of the coolest times that, yeah, casual 40 weekend trip isn't that cool to us.
We do a 2-week trip to Europe.
And we still feel unimpressed.
Until we're there.
True.
Gotta
But,
keep DL until then.
Yeah, no one else is going to gonna know. So, I hope that didn't cut off, because if it did, that'd be awkward.
Now joining us on the other camera.
I hope my camera didn't die. Should be good. That's just it.
Are we 30 minutes into this?
Yeah, right. Not even. It can't be 30.
I didn't start my timer.
Oh my. See, we got a lot to learn. This is all new to us.
Probably actually like 5 minutes into it.
Probably. It feels like 30 from the sweat running down my back. No, not really. But yeah, it was real interesting to just sit there and think about them talking about how excited they were about New York, and I was just unimpressed. 2.5 years ago, I was like, oh yeah, dude, freaking amazing. Now I thought I felt myself yawning, rubbing my eyes, ready for a nap. Like, oh wait, what? You're still talking? But all right, we keep getting distracted. We'll have to get better at this, DJ. So I know it's kind of like an idea that I brought after talking with a coworker and everything. But truly, did you ever think we would be doing a podcast together, like CD Logic? Like,
not this officially.
How cool is that?
Like, these mics are pretty nice. They're
Right?
pretty heavy duty.
Right?
This is pretty awesome. Considering a month ago we were talking about this, and then 2 weeks ago we spent 3 hours trying to think of a name.
Yep.
At least.
And probably thought of 20 some names. None of them stuck. There were some cool ones, but there were some that were just way too. We were thinking and trying way too hard. It was, what was one of them, like Dynamic something another, or what was it? See, CD Logic, it's so simple.
It runs off the tongue now.
It does. Like Traveling Techers present CD Logic podcast.
Exactly.
Like, it flows so well. And even the logo, which we will show you guys on our social media, maybe
It'll probably be
eventually.
up on the thumbnail.
That's true. Never mind. Disregard that. Yeah, it's a really cool logo. It's got some 80s vibes, some 80s inspiration.
Colors and whatnot.
Yeah, it's gonna make a cool shirt, maybe some cool dad hats. So if you're ever interested in some dad hats down the road, we'll see what we can do. Maybe some stickers, add to the board. But
So with the podcast,
mm-hmm.
what are you excited for? What kind of things are you going to talk about?
So
I know you've put in a lot of deep thought into this.
yeah, we have our document even made up like a little Google Drive, and I know one of our segments is a go-to is sports. I mean, DJ and I here played college soccer. We're huge Premier League fans. I mean, I don't know if DJ's still in the NFL. I'm a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. So yeah, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but born and raised. Duke basketball fan. I know. I feel like all the teams everyone just hates, but
Coincidence.
So you're saying people hate me, DJ?
No.
But no, sports is definitely gonna be one. I feel like a lot of podcasts do it, but it's just gonna be kind of like a side segment and bit what we'll do. Updates here every so often, especially Premier League, because those of you that don't know, DJ is a huge Liverpool fan, and I'm Chelsea, and
And they love each other.
so very much. Yeah, not in a couple of weeks. We're not. September 22nd, Sunday, 11:30, I believe. It's our next match. So
International break first.
yeah, so that's when the two will face off. We should probably do a pretty hysterical podcast about that. Maybe just that.
Funny.
Maybe even record us watching the game together. But not, I might be out of town that weekend.
Where are you going to be?
Taking my dad to Gettysburg and Harper's Ferry and Cheatham. Yeah, got to go.
History trip.
Yeah, little historical, cultural trip. My dad, he's a big history guy, and doesn't get to go out and about as much. So I was like, you know what, father-son time, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
It's on me. Just taking a little trip. Sightsee. Go to Harper's Ferry, top of that little mountain there, a little hike up to the top. Check out the overview of Harper's Ferry, Antietam National Battlefield, the cemetery. Same thing with Gettysburg.
Are you doing a weekend thing?
Probably head early Saturday. It's like a 3-hour trip from here to Harper's Ferry. Spend about half the day there. Spend half the day Antietam, and then stay the night in Antietam, either that or Gettysburg, and then spend the whole day in Gettysburg. They're actually gonna have like a World War II, like live history. It's kind of like reenactments, but it's like the live history. People not only dress the part but play the part while you're there. Something different.
Cool.
Yeah. Can have like the jeeps and tanks and stuff for show. And I think later that day they're also like a little reenactment in Gettysburg National Battlefield, so that should be cool. So his birthday's the week after, so this is kind of like a early
Fun
birthday
history
present.
trip.
Yeah, it's an early birthday present, so I know he's looking forward to it. When I told him, he got real excited. Yeah, it should be a great time. Sounds like he's out there working outside right now as we speak. He never stops. Hard-working man. But what was it that you asked me again? We'll get back to it. We keep getting off topic.
What are you excited to talk about?
Oh gosh,
With the
look at
podcast,
look how far off topic we get. That's right. That's what podcasts are meant for, right? That's right. There's segments. So sports went into that. Another one's going to talk about like everyday, I guess, life, not just about us. But with that being said, it's going to branch into our segment of bringing people on. A lot of podcasts do that, have like special guest stars. But the cool thing about ours is, it's the nature of the beast. Podcasting and starting off, everyone starts somewhere, but a lot of the big podcasts like Kevin Smith, Joe Rogan, list goes on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
Different sports ones, Colin Cowherd, like all of them, they have a lot of guests that everyone knows. Kevin Hart, Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, and everybody knows
Athletes
about
still.
Kristen Westphal and Edgar Rivas and Mighty Mouse Fitness. That's the name, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
that
everybody
is
knows
it.
about those people too, and those are the kind of people we're going to be bringing on. Pretty much our friends.
So yeah, you don't know them. But great guys. I mean, they've done everything with us together. College soccer days, roommates, road trips.
Childhood friends.
Exactly. It's funny.
Everybody doing different things too.
Yeah, it's that's
Find out
actually
about different people's life stories and whatnot.
exactly. And there's a segment. I think we're still coming up with a name, so I don't want to drop any hints. It's either going to be, well, I'm not going to tell you. It's going to have basically a special segment towards what DJ was saying, is bringing people on and learn more about people's aspirations, dreams, and stuff that just kind of helped create who they are today. It's very cliche, but you can actually learn a lot from someone else's, passion and dream and what they work for. For instance, I've got coworkers and friends that are in the food industry now, want to start their own restaurant, and I have some that are very, very talented guitar players and they write their own music. All sorts of stuff. People that start their own businesses, athletes. I mean, everything. Even if you're just someone that's working to get that college degree, or just an old friend, I'd love to have you on. Anyone that's even listening to this now, please reach out to us. We'd love to have you on. Just network.
Just to talk for an hour.
Exactly. Some people just need that. Not even like, I guess they could vent, but just to chat, open up, learn from one another. I think that's the really cool thing about it is about podcasting. And
if you want a platform that might reach 50 people, this is the one for you. For sure.
Hey, we're gonna get there. Relax, we're gonna get there. But you gotta start somewhere. You can't just come to Joe Rogan in a week, especially after this first probably so-so episode. But you gotta start somewhere.
Your door is freaking me out, man.
You know, it's probably
every time the wind blows,
AC.
It sounds like somebody's walking in.
Probably someone walking into a different room, just the doors closing in the air and everything. But yeah, it should be cool. Kind of want to do different segments to hit home with everybody. Some podcasts just do sports or just do entertainment, which we probably do some of those, like pop culture and movies and stuff.
We're pretty much going to do whatever we feel like every week.
Yeah.
If something that big pops up that we want to talk about, like Spider-Man leaving the MCU or Chelsea getting crushed by Man City or whatever, we'll just talk.
That was last year. That was last year. Shut your mouth.
In the future.
Yeah. See. Now you understand what I have to deal with all the time, especially in the Premier League season just started up a couple weeks ago. It's a blessing and a curse.
I have to take advantage of the good start to the season that we've had.
Yeah, let's not get into that. See, exactly. We'll have plenty of time to discuss that. But yeah, we're just looking to hit home with a lot of different people with these segments. I just don't want to really. It's hard to match with one crowd or one side of listeners because there's so many podcasts out there for sports, so many out there for movies, so many out there for critics for other pop culture.
Much all the time, like so many different things. And
100%.
We're both passionate about a lot of different stuff, so it's just something that we can do. We can get together once every other week and just talk for an hour about whatever's been going on in the week.
Exactly, and I think that's the cool thing. Is instead of just a conversation over the phone, it's just in front of one another about random stuff that we're already passionate about. Now it's just like sharing it with everyone else.
It's going to be nice because whereas before we would talk throughout the week on the phone here and there about whatever's been going on, now I'll drive down to Richmond every other week or so and we'll hit a gym sesh, come over here, hit an hour-long podcast, just record whatever we're thinking about, hit a gym session the next morning, maybe hit another podcast Sunday afternoon, and call it a weekend.
Yeah, you can't beat that. I mean, it's hard to have off weekends and laid back weekends like that all the time, but we realize when we do have them, why are we just sitting around doing nothing? We could do, fun stuff like a podcast. So we've always kind of talked about with our YouTube, just connect them both. Traveling Techers takes on this and this and this, but now we have Traveling Techers presents CD Logic, the podcast. I mean,
it tells us how long we're going right there. Did you know that?
Wow, I didn't even see that. See, we're still learning stuff. I mean, look at this. Something so small.
This is completely
out of your element.
As we go, we're learning this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think my camera already died, so we have to have camera number 2. I'm glad I thought about that.
I've got like 15 jokes that I haven't said yet that I've planned. They haven't come up naturally yet. So.
He's not kidding. The dude literally saved a joke. I remember one time he called me for just 3 minutes worth of time. And he had this ongoing joke when he was in Florida with Tristan Westfall. And who else was out there? Casey and Edgar, right?
Yep.
And not mistaken, this is a story where you said a joke, but wasn't that funny? And only to you? But you're like, wait a minute, I'm just going to save it for someone else because they might appreciate more than you guys did. Yeah, jerks. And then you save it and you sit on it for, it could be 5 months, you remember it.
It's a bad joke. And I told them about it and they wanted to know what it was because they were eager to find out how bad the joke was, but I didn't tell them. And they just kept asking me throughout the entire week what the joke is. And then at the end of the week, I told them that I told them, and they all laughed, but I didn't tell them what it was, even though I never actually said the joke.
So what kind of moment are you saving it for?
No, that joke's in the trash. It's a bad joke.
All right, well, just save the other 9 jokes that you claim you have. I mean, some of them are pretty funny. Some of them are pretty funny, but some are just you have to put your head down, shake. Dude, why? Where did that come from? Why? But anyways. But so DJ, with moving forward, what kind of segments are you most interested for? I know we kind of talked about the ones that we're planning on doing, but what are ones you're most interested for? Like which ones?
Yeah, man, I'm excited to talk about like movies and whatnot. We're both really into movies. That was one of the things that we really bonded with in college, was watching movies and all that. We would watch the super nerdy movies. We would watch the extended cut of Lord of the Rings every year, and that's 30 hours of movie.
It seems like it. I don't think so.
Like
Close.
It's a full day of movie watching without a doubt.
Many midnight premieres we went to.
Yeah, lots of midnight premieres. We're going to keep watching movies. We like to talk about them afterwards. And like I said earlier, it's just going to be fun to record us talking about them. So that way, when I say that a movie is going to be bad or going to be good, and then it turns out to be true, we have proof of it.
Don't act like you're the one that's always right.
Oh, most of the time.
50-50. 50-50. Agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's right. I mean, we've especially in college, we sometimes would watch 2-3 movies a day if we were off season or, the weekend.
For October, remember we used to do that?
That's
scary
right.
Movie marathon.
Yeah.
Watch 30 scary movies in October.
Sometimes we had to double up days, but we did it.
Most of the time we doubled up days. We had to in order to hit the 30 movie count.
Yeah, it was.
And it was all scary movies and
Conjurings and the Halloweens, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Didn't we also watch all the Saw films then, or was that a different time?
I don't think that was during October. I think that was before the new Saw movie came
Jigsaw,
out.
That's right.
Before that one came out, I don't think either one of us had seen. I know I hadn't seen all, but I think I just saw the first Saw movie. And I was like,
yeah.
Cool.
That's right, because Will said, "Hey, we should watch the new Jigsaw's coming out. Let's watch all the Saws." How many are there? Like 12. So we just
we had never seen most of them. So
no.
We sat down and watched them and fought through. And
who knew they could make so many movies about the same guy trying to teach so many lessons through different Saws? Who would have thought it? Who would have thought it? But off topic again. Look at us.
So we might do things some weeks where we both decide that we're going to watch name a movie, whatever movie. We'll watch a movie later that week, and then we'll get back together and give a review of it. Or,
for instance, big critically acclaimed films such as
when it comes out, we'll probably watch that.
Ooh, yes.
We'll probably do like a 15-minute review, depending on how well that works. All of this
15 minutes, more like an hour.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat. Ooh.
Nice. You'll float too. But yeah, that's another one, especially when the new Star Wars comes out. Gosh, it's gonna be a phenomenal one.
That's probably gonna be a controversial discussion between us.
Should we say why?
You didn't like the last one, or no? You liked The Last Jedi, and I did not like The Last Jedi.
Let's not say like. Let's say I appreciate it, just because it's another film in the timeline, despite the many hiccups that Rian Johnson had.
I appreciated the idea, but most of the movie was very poorly done.
All right, let's not get into it. We'll say that. We'll do a segment.
We'll save that for a whole episode.
There, because that doesn't always.
If you want to hear us talk about The Last Jedi and how much Cody loves it, leave a like and a comment down below.
Dear Lord. Gosh, this guy. But and then honestly too, if there's any shows or movies that we probably have seen, if not, want us to watch it and review, why not? We can give a comical review about it, talk about it for 15-20 minutes, less, however you want. Or if it's not bad.
We're both self-taught movie critics for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we'll watch anything.
Movie enthusiasts.
Watch anything, like you said. The nerdier stuff, if you will. Star Wars, Marvel, Lord of the Rings, any type of like sci-fi, fantasy to thrillers,
all the way to the Oscars.
True.
When the Oscars come around, we're going to try to watch all the movies that are nominated for Best Picture and give a whole our own list and who we think is going to win and whatnot.
Yeah, I think the last time we tied, I don't know how that happened.
The last one we did.
Well, no.
was when
Two
La
Os-
La- it was
That was two
La La
Oscars ago.
Land
But yes,
And what was it?
Moonlight.
Moonlight. And I think we were tied. We were tied in points across all the categories going into the Best Picture. And I think it was La La Land that won at first.
And I had it, and I was like freaking
And
out.
Cody was freaking out. And I was upset.
Yes.
And then it flipped on its head to Moonlight won, which I had picked.
Yes. And
So that was like there was more passion and energy into our celebrations for the Oscars than there was for a sporting event.
Now that you say this is all coming back. He is not wrong. I was very upset.
Like, you were up celebrating, and then it flipped, and then I was up celebrating.
Kind of was like that feeling
Like,
that I had in my heart when they got wait. You got it all wrong. It was Moonlight, not like that moment.
Was it Moonlight? I
It
feel like
it
we should
was.
fact check this. Are you sure?
I promise.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Moonlight. But that moment was the same heartbreak that I had when the wait a minute.
Okay.
Shout out to my Cowboys fans, my fellow fans. But when we lost that field goal from Mason Crosby against the Packers, remember that night? And I was sitting on the windowsill 3 stories up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, same
I think
heartbreak.
you broke a chair, a table.
Maybe a door.
I think you broke your fist.
See, it just goes to show how passionate you are about film and Oscars. You know, that's the cool thing. We're not afraid to be passionate and just show it in any way. Hence me sitting on a windowsill 3 stories up. Not actually going to jump, but, well, I was looking for the bush to aim for, but but we can get pretty passionate about all sorts of stuff. So is that back to, I guess, the original question?
Yeah, I'm excited to do that kind of stuff. I'm excited to bring on people that we know. I don't think I've talked to Edgar in a couple weeks, so it's gonna be nice.
Dude, it's been longer for me.
Get
So
in contact with people and just sit down and talk to old friends and whatnot.
100%. Get Jeffy on here, Craig,
two
Will.
people. You bring in some people that you know from work or some of your gym friends and whatnot. I know
For sure.
You've got one guy who competed in a competition recently from the gym, or
Yeah, he actually won a competition at it was the Arnold.
Jay Cutler Classic.
No.
this-
I have a buddy that competed in the Cutler here in Richmond, but I had a buddy that won the what's it called, amateurs for the Arnold.
We're gonna need a bigger studio before we bring that guy on.
Fair. Yeah, something like that.
'Cause they'll be sitting in the middle here.
Blocking this whole area. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out there. Hey, next couple segments will be moved out to the new studio. So,
Yep. Speaking of which, so our plan right now is to do a podcast either once a week or once every week, and have the podcast averaging about an hour long.
Every
depending on
other
what we're
week, you
talking
mean?
about. Yeah, every other week.
oh, okay.
Well, sometimes we might knock out a few podcasts at a time.
Yeah, it'll just depend on how much time we get
Mm-hmm.
and what's going on. I know eventually, it's like we just mentioned earlier. It's hard to sit there and have your own niche right away. It kind of just comes over time, and we'll figure it out. I mean, we have the chemistry.
Yeah.
But so that's why we'll figure out which one we have best for different segments, this and that. But
So we'll sit down, we'll talk for an hour. We'll make a podcast once every other week for sure, at least. And then around that, we'll also be making YouTube videos for our Traveling Techers page, whatever. where we're
Facebook, Instagram,
traveling
Twitter, and the YouTube account.
Traveling. Been wanting to make a throwback soccer video where we go out and see how horrible our touches become.
That's how it all started.
Well, it was already bad for me before. Maybe I've gotten
We were in better shape.
Maybe I've gotten better. With how
We
I
didn't
think
lift,
about it.
and we thought we were cool. Hey, we had some bangers on there. People, please go back and watch some of our mediocre times 2 videos.
Yeah, man. I mean,
But that's where we all started. You got to start somewhere.
If you take 100 shots, one of them's bound to look good.
Hey, and we rocked it. We rocked it. We did it. So
But yeah, so we'll do those. And then pretty much just over time, we hope to get more comfortable doing these things and, find our own little community we're talking to and talking with and whatnot. And
yeah, Yeah, it's
Grand old time.
it'll come over time. And our thing is
And
like,
if
please,
it doesn't, like I said, worst case, we're just getting together once a week and
Yeah.
hanging out, or once every other week.
20, 30 years from now,
Hanging
with
out,
kids and
just talking.
grandkids
Yeah.
and whatever may be going on at that
Worst
time,
case,
like,
it's just
hey,
a reason for us to hang out.
dust off the old hardware and it's like, let's take a look, listen to this TD Logic intro, and listen how poorly of a job we're
Are we
doing.
gonna try to make a new intro, or what do you thinking we're gonna do for this?
For this,
Think
well,
we want to make our own little jingle.
we're gonna have to do something because we have the one for our traveling techer videos.
Do you want to just bring that music over to this?
We could.
I like that music.
We could. I love the visual though. Like that describes us. Might need to update a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe me in uniform and you on this
you
the
don't
work
have
job.
we switched. I took your beard.
And I have your mustache.
I
Yeah,
never had a mustache.
you had it, but it had that
Oh,
little,
I did have
yeah,
one.
that little,
I forgot about that.
that little
Don't
King
bring
Tut
that
stuff
up.
going along there.
No. I forgot about that.
But how could you forget? Like my beard,
I had so many different haircuts and facial hair things in college.
the man bun.
I'm proud of that
Lame.
still. I don't regret that.
Dude, I saw a guy with the man bun at the gym the other
Well, now
day.
it's not cool.
No, it's
No
not.
offense.
And that's
A little offensive.
actually, I don't think you have the credibility to say that.
No.
You may have had one, but it doesn't give you the right to make fun of man buns because
I'm not gonna make fun of them.
not even judge them.
A little.
Maybe.
Yeah, I judged myself when I had it.
I also remember the day you got it. You were just like, I don't know what to get. I don't know what to get. Like, just get what you normally get. I don't know. I don't know what to get. Was that one the same? No, that wasn't the same day I got my yes, I had frosted tips for a mohawk. Check out my Instagram at Cody Caruth on Instagram. Check out my frosted tips mohawk. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
saw you roll your eyes at yourself.
I mean, shout out that little lady at Great Clips in Abingdon, Virginia. She did her.
What? Is it dead? You want me to plug it in?
What happened?
The mics are still going.
I hope it's getting all of this.
Here, you want me to plug it in? Here, start the GoPro again. In case it is getting. 6-pack of these. I was like a present because I passed a house for us.
Really?
That would have failed for sure. Yeah, I was at work till 6:30 for that house. Pretty much all day, making sure that house was perfect. And it also came with
Check on the
camera.
Yeah.
All right, so we've knocked out about 40 minutes of it. And that went really, really well. The beginning of it was rough.
So 12 minutes. I got the first 12 minutes and 21 seconds, but then it turned off.
Is it on a timer?
Shouldn't be. Should be like my phone, like where I change the setting where it never goes off unless I tell it to.
Here, you want to get this thing back going? We can get all this on footage, or record it at least.
Should I redo this? Like just turn this back on too?
Yeah. Turn that on. We'll turn the podcast or the whatchamacallit on just to have it. Because that's charging, so and we have plenty of
Gosh, I can't believe this.
And then are these on still? No.
They're probably on, but they're not recording.
Okay, gotcha.
Excuse me. Everyone knows my password now.
No
Oh my lord, it's still recording.
Yes! That's a win.
Oh.
No way, is it still recording? Oh yeah, we're
Dude,
at 39
yeah.
minutes. I told you it was still recording. How?
I would
Your computer died. How is it still recording?
I
told
know
you
what
it
it
should
is.
keep going.
Artificial intelligence. I don't know. It's what Joe Rogan talks about all the time.
You're over top of the mic. Yeah,
Artificial
keep it
intelligence.
about a fist away from your mouth.
All right, now we're actually ripping off Joe Rogan. Sorry, Joe. Sorry.
Okay.
Hope you see this. We gotta tag him in it now. We gotta tag him in it now. He'll see it.
Yeah, no.
Got a dream.
Okay, where were we at? Well, we never left, apparently.
Not by sound, but visual.
Yeah.
I think.
So the podcast version of this, we'll just keep going.
Yes. Worst case, we'll just put like a fun little intermission
we'll put the
screen.
logo over it. We'll put the
We'll put a logo
yeah.
or like a fun little CD Logic logo underneath fit intermission reference to old 1960 and 70 films,
Okay.
maybe 50s that had like that little random intermission.
I dig
They
it.
used to do that in theaters.
I dig it.
Like during the middle of the movie, everyone could go to the bathroom, get a refill on the popcorn.
An intermission
Yes.
for like theaters.
Yes. Dude,
Movies.
I swear.
Not a theater. A theater.
A movie theater. Like Regal,
Mm-hmm.
AMC, they used to be a thing.
Intermissions.
Yes.
They should bring that back.
No.
No, they totally should.
Because 2.5-hour movies would be 4-hour movies.
How long's the intermission?
I don't know. I'm just kidding. Probably like 10 minutes.
You're talking about a 2-hour intermission.
I'm just kidding.
No,
No,
if
it's
you had a 2-hour movie, which like every movie now is coming out 2 hours long, at least, mostly. If you have a 2-hour movie and you put like a 10-minute intermission in the middle of it, like right between acts, you'd be fine.
that's well. The movie that always comes to mind is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And for those of you uncultured people out there who haven't seen Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, it'll change your life.
I'm gonna call myself out here. I've never seen it.
Whoa,
I know.
everyone!
There's songs, right?
Oh my! For monetization reasons, can I play a song from that
I don't
movie?
think so.
Darn. Wow, that's unfortunate. There is songs. Dick Van Dyke's in it. The song Toot Sweets and The Old Bamboo. You
Is
know,
it a musical?
yes, it's very Greatest Showman
old, right?
like. Yeah, it's like the
In the
50s, 60s. I don't know, one of those old
Never seen
decades. Do you remember the segment or song, if you will, from Family Guy? The bit. Oh man, what is it?
You try not to sing.
Bag of weed, a bag of weed. Everything's better with a bag of weed.
Okay, yeah.
Oh well, there goes my copyright.
Yeah. No, that was so poor. I don't think they can copyright that.
Deal. I hope not. I hope not. The part when Stewie starts singing, yeah, no, that's my voice isn't compared to his, so it should be good. But yeah, the old bamboo, da 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 da. You're welcome for all that serenation. Yeah, that's like the same song, but that's where it comes from. The old bamboo, but it's the bag of weed. You haven't seen it, have you?
I haven't seen that episode. I haven't seen the movie for sure.
You haven't seen
I know
either
for a fact I
one?
haven't seen the movie.
Oh my! You know what?
I
Only
think I
DJ's an uncultured swine. Everyone else, you're fine.
I think I might have a vinyl of the soundtrack.
Of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and you.
I might.
Well, next time we're up there, or tonight when you go home,
Yeah.
tell me if you have it, and we're gonna watch that. How have you not?
I definitely don't have the movie.
It's
I
like
might have
saying
the
I haven't
vinyl,
seen
just
Willy
the album.
Wonka
No,
or
that's different.
Finding Nemo.
That's different.
All right, fine,
To
you're
me
right.
It is. 'Cause I've seen both of those.
Oh, I'd hope so. I hope so. I can't be disappointed twice
I
in
just
5 minutes.
saw. I don't think I told you. I saw Willy Wonka, the older one.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it on TV. It was on TV, right? And I have Sling.
Recently.
Yeah, like it was on TV, and I have Sling, so it was like on the normal channel. So I saw it was on, and I clicked on it. I was like, I'll just watch this for a little bit. I got sucked into it, and it's such a great movie. When was the last time you saw it?
The original Willy Wonka.
Yeah, it's been a while, right? So I know for me, it had been it's been at least 6-7 years.
Probably a little while.
Yeah, if you watch it again, like it just makes you so happy. Like there's so much child happiness in it.
I just had this random collection of hodgepodge memories of different parts of that film. Just
Well,
when they walk into
what's
the
guy's name?
factory, the little Candyland area.
What's the guy's name?
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder.
R.I.P.
He's amazing, and I assuming you haven't seen the movie since you were 15, before we got into this whole movie craze thing, you did not appreciate how good he was. Like rewatching it, he is so good.
You're probably right.
And then
agree with that.
just like
All right,
the scene,
wait a minute. Time out. I feel less bad. I'm Ginny Bang Bang. You're appreciating Willy Wonka and Gene
Yeah,
Wilder. All right.
Okay, I don't. I never told you about that. I never told you about
All
that.
right, fine,
But
fine.
I think
Is this recent?
a month ago.
Maybe that's something we need
I
to
went
do.
on. I went on to with Bree for 40 minutes probably about how happy I was that I sat there and watched it.
Maybe that's something we need to incorporate into our time. I mean, I know you and I are already trying to incorporate time for
Like when
shows and movies, video games, whatever, into our
video
daily
games.
life.
We never talked about that.
Oh dear Lord.
We talked about video games too.
Yeah, we could. Special segments for the real nerds out there.
What video games have I played recently?
No, we're off topic. Actually, we were way off topic.
Well, here I'll talk about like Switch games, like Nintendo games, because that's the games I've been playing recently, and you can cover all your Assassin's Creed crap.
You just call them.
Nah, they're
On
good-
second
they're good
thought,
games.
we're
They're good
dismantling
games.
this
They're good
this
games.
podcast.
They're good games.
No, I just can't get away from FIFA. The new one's dropping in a couple weeks.
I'm excited about that.
Thank God.
I don't play the journey mode though. You do.
Wait a minute. Are you just trying to get me away from the fact? After all this, you haven't seen Chitty Bang Bang.
No, you play the journey.
This is exactly what you're doing.
I haven't seen Chitty Bang Bang.
All right. Well, this week, bootleg and do something. Watch it
I don't
now.
like anything that's illegal.
Right.
I actually don't.
No, it's funny. No, for those of y'all that definitely don't know,
we used to
But-
watch movies all the time, but
yeah, I was kind of getting into that a little bit. Yeah, we used to watch, like I said, movies almost once a day.
we would try to.
If it one a movie's a
We had
show.
a good college life.
Yeah, we did. I mean, our balance between going on the weekends to collegiate athletes to every ordinary college student life, I guess. I mean, we had a good balance of it all. But the big thing we didn't miss out on was almost a movie a day, or at least every other day. Just that sucked into it, and it didn't necessarily have to be a movie we hadn't seen before. It could have been a Pixar film or a war film or a thriller.
I haven't kept up with it, as you know, probably, but we both have Letterboxd, which is like a digital diary, digital.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
But
social media for movie buffs. Letterboxd.com. It's letterbox with a D at the end.
Call out your
.com.
name, man. Have people follow you.
I think it's at CW Caruth 23.
Do you still do that?
Yeah, I do it every single.
You do like legitimate reviews and stuff too.
Well, some are like a sentence because I'm lazy and it was that
I
bad.
don't have the app anymore. On this new phone.
Yeah, Letterbox. Shout out to Michael Legrande, good buddy of mine.
Yeah,
One of ours from college. He put me on it freshman year of college because we started watching these movies and like, dude, you should check out Letterboxd.com. I'm like, all right, and I've put quite a few people on it. They love it. You just go on there. I mean, it even has the most weirdest indie movies, like even
It
B
has
movies.
everything. It's like, yeah.
There's actually some shows
It's
on
like
it. I
IMDb.
think.
If you could keep track of the movies you watch on IMDb. I don't
Yes,
think you can do that. Maybe if you have an account, but
but that's
who
yeah,
sets up an account?
right.
It's free.
But Letterboxd.com, check it out. So, where are we going with this?
So Willy Wonka is a great movie.
Gosh, came back to it.
So the scene where the grandpa gets out of bed, right, and he's like running around and singing, it will make you.
I got a
smile.
golden ticket.
It will make you smile.
Is that what you're talking
I think
about?
Charlie sings that.
They both
When
sing
he's
it.
running. Yeah, you're right.
Because remember, he walked for the first
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Like the grandpa's acting is phenomenal. Like I think in
Charlie,
my head,
I haven't walked in years.
I think in my head before watching it over again, I had the Johnny Depp one. What's the director's name?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I don't
No,
know who directs
what's
it. It's awful. I don't
what's
like
the
it.
director's name for that? He does all those darker movies. He did Nightmare Before Christmas or whatever, didn't he?
I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that movie. I watched it like the one or two times it came on Disney Channel when I was like 11 and never watched it again.
Yeah, well, I think before watching the old one, I think I had like memories of both of those kind of combined in my head. So like rewatching the old one and realizing how good it is, like it made me really happy.
Sounds like I need to go back and watch it
Yeah.
because I don't remember much of it. I just remember the town being really weird and I think it was like snowy and gloomy. It set a really weird vibe for me. Willy Wonka can't be topped.
Yeah.
But sounds like you're talking about these classic movies. It sounds like we should make that a thing. We watch so many movies and TV shows. Like, was just
Ooh,
recently.
we can also review TV shows too.
Oh God, we can't
We
review.
have so much content just with media, like TV.
We've
shows
talked
and
about like
movies
80
and
different
stuff.
things in this one too, but
Yeah.
we could establish every type of segment we're going to talk about. So, but
I
we should do that. We should make that a thing. We should. I mean, of course, we want recommendations from everyone else, but it's not just, of course, the big blockbuster movies like Marvel films. It
Oh,
too.
you know what I saw recently? Isle of Dogs. The Wes Anderson movie. You know Wes Anderson.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
Budapest Hotel, right? You
yes,
showed me that.
I
You
freaking
introduced me
love
to that.
Grand Budapest
I know.
Hotel.
You introduced
No
me
one.
to Wes
Wait.
Anderson.
No one knows about Grand Budapest Hotel. Nominated for many Oscars.
People know about it.
None of your
Real
big
movie
time
fans do, because it's like it's an artsy
All right,
movie.
fine. It's absolutely phenomenal, and actually, believe it or not, you look right at it, and you're like, "What on earth is this?" It's super comical,
It's very artsy.
very
it's very
aesthetically pleasing. Like the colors, like all of the actors in it either were part of big films before or since then, and you look right at it, and you're like, "Whoa!" And everything kind of falls into place. Not to mention the story is just great.
Well,
Check it out. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Isle of Dog is a Wes. I think it's the newest Wes Anderson movie. But it's all claymation.
When did it come out?
It came out a couple years ago. It's very much a Wes Anderson movie, but like it was a weird movie. It was a weird movie, but it was interesting.
So, was it like comedy,
So-
adventure?
I wouldn't say it's comedy. It's more of like an adventure movie in a way. So pretty much the whole story is it takes place in Japan, I think. It takes
Freaking camera.
This is going right.
Yeah.
Okay, it takes place in Japan. I feel like I have to rush now. We only have 5 minutes. It takes place in Japan, and it's all about there's a disease, a dog disease going around that's contagious to humans, something like that. So the president or whatever of Japan, the president of Japan,
DJ's really
Russian.
excited about this mediocre movie right
president
now.
of Japan, sends all the dogs in Japan to this island, right? And they're all trapped there, and they're trapped there for like 5 years. But then this kid, who's like the son of the president or something like that, wants to go get his dog back. So then, like, he flies over, and it's a really weird.
Who is the production company for this? DreamWorks?
I'm not sure.
I feel like
I don't think it's DreamWorks.
I say I feel like by the story you're telling me from this very visual synopsis, if Pixar had their hands on it, it would have probably won.
You might recognize the. This is the cover.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Copyright, can't show it.
Can you not?
No.
You can't show a cover.
No, I think you probably can. I don't know. I
So
don't know
like
how that works.
yeah, like this. It's this. I don't think there's.
I don't know how that works. Watch Joe Rogan.
So like, I'm trying to see if there's. All right. Well, like it's just like that kind of anime. Like
Kind of
it's
like
claymation. It's a weird movie. Me and Bree watched it. Bree hated it.
I can see that.
It's also not a Adam Sandler movie, so
Is that her favorite?
that's what her favorite movie is.
Huh. It's like Happy Gilmore, bedtime
No, the
stories,
bad
grown
ones.
ups.
She likes the bad ones, grown ups and whatnot.
Okay, grown ups is bad, but it has its funny moments. Shift. Shift.
Shift.
I apologize. Lord forgive me. But that part is probably my favorite. Just because it's so stupid, and they're all when it comes,
They are very stupid. You got that right.
and dude comes out and he's like, "You guys are looking at my daughter." Blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'll probably do the same thing, but something else. Isle of Dogs, everyone. Adam Sandler. It's the.
Isle of Dogs on Netflix. I think that's where we saw it.
I've been trying to catch up on
I
that.
wouldn't recommend it. I don't think a lot of people would like it.
So we've learned today. DJ loves
it was
Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Isle of Dogs is mediocre, and Brie is a huge Adam Sandler fan. Didn't know that. Brie,
I'm just
shout out.
realizing that I could easily do a movie, reaction podcast, like an hour long, one of those.
You probably could. The most weirdest movies.
Yeah.
Isle of Dogs. I forgot it existed.
Yeah, no. When I saw it, I was like, I remember that. I remember like I wanted to see it because you introduced me to Wes Anderson, and like I loved that movie, and I want to watch more of his movies.
So yeah. It's funny you say that. After all this movie talk, but we seriously needed to do, backtracking a little bit, is you're talking about classic movies like Willy Wonka, and I said Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I can sit here and think of many others that we just don't watch modern movies or ones from our like generations or the time we've been alive. We appreciate old classics. We say old, 70s, 80s is still old. But, I feel like we should almost make it a thing to where you and I already watch so much TV shows, sports, movies, and we try to fit it in the best we can. That are, crazy work schedules, gym schedules, social lives, so on and so forth. We should try and make it a Almost like October was our Halloween horror film collection.
New
We should
themes.
do
Now, would you
new
want to do
themes
something?
or classic films or something of the sort.
Would you want something where we both watch the same movie and then talk about it? Or we both watch different movies, and then each one of us kind of gives each other the synopsis and like overview of what the movie's about and try to sell it to each other.
That'd be kind of fun, like a little competition,
Yeah.
and people can be the judge of who sold the movie more.
Yeah. Ooh.
We're kind of fun. This can be saved for
Jot
our.
that down. Oh, let's record it. We don't need to.
Oh gosh! Normally we're like, oh quick, someone write it down. Someone screenshot that. Someone do this. Now it's go back to the camera. But
I was showing my brother the logo that we made, and he was like, "Ooh, that's cool." And I said, "Yeah, it's kind of an '80s theme. You know, the time period that neither one of us were born in."
it's alright though. I love the
We
font,
do like that theme.
the colors. I mean, it's weird. I was even talking to my dad this
It
morning
might
about.
not even really be an '80s theme logo. We might just like it.
Well, one of the fonts is 80s, you know?
Yeah.
It gives us a very big Stranger Things vibe. And like I was telling my dad earlier, you know, something came up about Van Halen. I don't know how or why. I mean, I was watching the David Lee Roth and Joe Rogan podcast from a while ago, I'm not mistaken. But I'd never realized that they had so many guitarists and like the changes and stuff because they started in the 70s, became big in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I realized through convo with my dad, mom, even you, like other things, and like I'm so fascinated with the '80s, just the era. I don't know why. You know, it's funny because I have friends that are like older and they're like, I'm fascinated with the '70s or the '60s. And
Well, I think
our parents are fascinated with the '30s and '40s and
Yeah, it's because
'50s.
we didn't live it. We it's so different from what we lived.
We grew up with stories from our parents and grandparents, and then we see, you know, films, and now we have shows, and now we have films and shows that go into a deeper, much more aesthetically pleasing, probably closer to the point of like Stranger Things, just how well it shows the culture of that time period. I'm like, times were so much simpler then.
They seem to be, at least, if nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have a phone or a mini computer attached to our side, and who won this game?
Well, if you were Dustin, you did.
Hey, relax,
You get a
Dustin.
portable computer.
Dustin is the man. Speaking of which, may or may not see my special Dustin shirt on here at some point.
Ooh.
It's probably one of my favorites. It's a little $5 shirt. Took me 30 days to get from China, but shout out China. Great shirt. Appreciate it. Speaking of which, should we kind of explain?
You can wear your Dustin shirt, and I'll wear my 11 shirt. We'll do a theme day if we decide to talk about Stranger Things.
Maybe for a special Halloween segment. We'll drop it on
Don't
Halloween.
they've confirmed more seasons of that, right?
I hope. I mean, come on. It's Stranger Things. There's probably going to be like 12, so.
If they have, then like when the next trailer drops, which will be like a year from now.
We'll save it for that, or should we?
Well, we'll save it for that.
Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
yeah, that's
We're-
fair.
We're ticking down quick now. The first 30 minutes slugged by, and now it's.
Did we agree on an hour? Is that what we said, just for the introduction? Well, I guess for the recap, if we got a little bit longer or not,
How would you say this went?
it could have gone better. I mean, I think one of the cameras died
I think
at
it
some
died
point.
twice.
Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. I got to look into that.
We have no idea if the audio or if the video for this turns out well at all.
No. See, for YouTube is easy because we just use our cameras and went with it. And now
The audio
that
should be good though. Like we should have one.
Well, that's what I'm
solid
saying,
clip of
yeah.
Audio for podcast region.
yeah,
reason.
audio should be good. It's the visual. Like I said, we're new to this. We're not in our full original studio that we're going to be in. So we're just kind of did this on the fly. That's why it took so long to even start recording this evening anyhow. But, you know, we talked about it numerous times. You live and you learn. But I think it went pretty well considering we had to make a couple audibles. I've enjoyed it. Just
I'm excited.
literally something we do, talking on the phone to and from work or in the evening after the gym or something that...
Now, do we purposefully not talk about that stuff during the week when it's happening?
No,
Saving
some
it
stuff
for
has
this?
to be. Some, like, you know, big
Alright.
sports news, like, come on, that has to be. I'm not going to wait, like, 5 days if it happens on Monday and I don't see you till Saturday for the
Yeah.
podcast in the studio. I'm not going to wait 5 days to say, oh, my gosh, so-and-so
It's gonna
broke
be
his
tough.
leg. Like, come on. Something small. I'll probably end up texting you about that for all I know and then chat later. But I think in terms for the moving forward, I'm looking forward to it. The studio, better equipment, experience. But, I mean...
Camera that stays on.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. It's really taking me off. The GoPro's done better than anything.
GoPro's solid. Hopefully,
Shout out GoPro. But speaking of moving forward, just as we're ticking down here, the experience is what I'm looking forward to. I mean, this could go into something that maybe 50 people watch or 500,000. I mean, I know we both going into it with low expectations.
Yeah.
But high expectations just for ourselves.
Worst case, we have fun talking together for an hour every other week.
Exactly.
Literally, that's the worst thing that could happen.
Just about all the stuff we enjoy.
Best
Sports,
thing
movies, everything.
Like up to 80 people watching this thing. That'd be pretty good.
That would still be a lot to us, though, you know? Like, we may not even know them, or we may know them all. Could just be buddies from college or family members.
You and me watching it 80 times.
All right, come on now. We're
all right.
Yeah, we're being way too hard on ourselves now. So, well, I guess in closing, how'd you feel?
Pretty good. First 30 minutes we struggled. Last 30 minutes I feel like we did pretty well.
Yeah, I think we just needed a episode.
Once we got past the introduction stuff.
Yes.
Once we started actually being able to talk about real stuff.
Yeah, I agree, and it's a learning curve, learning process. It's gonna move as we go.
I'm excited to have a platform to talk about Willy Wonka, and just how excited I am about how good the movie that is.
Sounds like DJ wants to have an episode dedicated to Willy Wonka, and I
Watch
guess
it. We can do that.
Dude, I've seen it. I'll watch
You haven't seen it in a while.
like 100 times. All right, I don't think anyone's watched
What's the first scene in the movie? Yeah.
The first scene is technically when all of the like chocolate and candies are being processed in
fair enough.
The factory, and then
We'll
Willy Wonka. Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right.
That's what I thought. Wait, what are you doing?
Everyone's having a.
Yeah, DJ's just wrong that, or just mad that he's wrong and try to call me out on my BS.
Fair enough.
But, well, I guess. What do you think? What do you think we'll talk about next time? Or are we gonna leave that for a surprise? I know we don't normally reveal that, but moving forward, we'll learn. Maybe get some suggestions if you have anything you'd like to see. I mean, you heard the topics. Literally anything, we'll do it, or at least make it a piece of the segment.
Yep. If you enjoyed this, thought it was funny, laughed at least once, give us a like,
subscribe,
comment down below.
The whole 9 yards. That was good.
We didn't
Look at that chemistry. Look at that.
Yeah.
The stuff that people hate having to say. But seriously, it'd mean a lot to us. We're new to this. We're going to learn. Want to have you guys on here to inspire people. We have fun.
Follow the Traveling Techers Twitter page, right?
Instagram.
Updates and whatnot. Instagram. Facebook, obviously.
And YouTube as well, of course. I'm sure you might be watching it.
What podcast platforms are we going to be putting this on?
Podbean's going to be the home base, like the database. Podbean.
Podbean.
Yeah, it's different. I kind of found out the other.
Is that an app on iPhone?
Yeah, it's an app on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. And then we're also gonna have it on iTunes and YouTube. Maybe might expand a little bit more, but we'll see.
Alrighty.
We'll see.
I like it,
dude. We did it.
It's been fun.
The first episode is done.
Handshake.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
All right, everyone. Until next time.
Bye.